Good day, children. I hope all are fine and safe at home. I'm Radha, your English teacher for this session. Yes, children. In today's class, we are going to talk about a very interesting poem which is related to all of us, a woman. I hope you know what is a woman. Girls, after certain stage, they will become a woman. So now here, the poetess have written a beautiful lyrics about a woman and the grass. Here, the poetess compare our life to the grass. I hope you all know what is a grass. Yes. Okay. It is compared very nicely. So now we will see what is the name of the poem and about the poetess. Okay. The grass is really like me. I repeat, the grass is really like me. This is a poem written by Keshwar Nahid. Okay, she has written a poem in Arabic, and we want a person to be translated in English. The person who translated this poem in English is Ruxana Ahmed. So before we get into the poem, let us understand what did the poetess achieve? What did she do? So poetess means a woman. Poet means a man. Keshav Nahid was born in Bulandesh, Uttar Pradesh in 1940. I repeat, Keshwar Nahid was born in Bulandar, Uttar Pradesh in 1940. She was one of the best poets in Pakistan. She was one of the best poets in Pakistan. Her well-known poem, We Sinful Women. Her well-known poem, We Sinful Women. Now, as I have told you, here the poetess compare us to the grass. Read the name of the lesson. The grass is really like me. Children, please turn your book to page number 17. I will just read the poem first and then explain to you para-wise, stanza-wise. The grass is also like me. It has to unfurl underfoot to fulfill itself. But what does its wetness manifest? A scorching sense of shame or the heat of emotion? The grass is also like me. As soon as it can raise its head, the lawn mower, obsessed with flattering it into velvet mourns it again. Turn to page number 18. How you strive and endure to level women down to, but neither the earth's nor woman's desire to manifest life dies. Take my advice, the idea of making a footpath was a good one. Those who cannot bear the scorching defeat of their courage are grafted onto the earth. That's how they make way for the mighty, but they are merely straw, not grass. The grass is really like me. Children, after the explanation, I want you to read the poem twice so that you would really understand better. So meanwhile, I will explain to you what does the poetess try to describe here. The grass is also like me. It is to unfurl. What is unfurl? I'm going to write the meaning here. Unfurl means to spread out or to open up. Okay? Spread out. Underfoot to fulfill itself. Now, as you are walking on the grass goes down. Yeah, the grass goes down to fulfill itself. But what does its wetness manifest? What is wetness? Wetness means moisture. Moisture means, a little of water staying in, manifest. A scorching sense of shame or a heat of emotion. So now generally you see the grass, children, and many of us stamp the grass and go. But even after stamping, the grass will never die. So here, during the summer, we all are wandering for water. There will be a very less of water, scarcity of water. But even then, the grass will never die. Why? Because the underneath of the grass, they'll have the moist texture which can keep them a little alive. But we all cannot live without water. So here what happens, we will see. The grass is also like me. As soon as it can raise its head, the lawnmower obsessed with flattening it into velvet mounds it down again. So now here what happens? You know what is a lawnmower? That is used for trimming the grasses, like when the grasses are grown up. And here what happens? When they are moving with a lawnmower, it cuts and it becomes a little small and it becomes a little soft. Sorry. So now here the poet has compared the grass with a woman. Women are more dominated than men. So usually women will try to come up in life, but men stop that. They don't like women coming up in life. So here the poet has compared with the grass and the woman here. Like everybody will stamp and walk on the grass and go. In the same way, even a woman is stamped. She is dominated by all the people, that is men in the society. The society will never encourage women to come up. Okay, that's what the poet says here. The grass is also like me. When I try to grow, they stamp and put me down. As soon as it can raise his head, means when the grass is trying to grow a little more, we try to stamp and it goes down. In the same way, even a woman is being treated in the society. As soon as it can raise its head, the lawnmower obsessed with flattering it into a velvet mounds it down again. Means obsessed means troubling. Obsessed means troubling. Okay, troubling. Turn to page 18, please. Okay. How you strive and endure words means how much ever you struggle and how much ever you try to come up in your life to the level women down, means they put you down. How much ever you try to come up, those people, that is the men, will try to put us down. But neither the world's nor woman's desire to manifest life dies. Take my advice, the idea of making a footpath was a good one. Children, please underline this line. Take my words, the idea of making a footpath was a good one. Here, the poetess is telling for men. This message is for boys. This message is for men. See, when you're not able to encourage women, when you're not able to take up women in a very bigger, higher position, give them a way to move forward. Don't try to cover them up. Leave them free. This message is for men in the poem. Although you're not encouraging them, don't stop them. Those who cannot bear the scorching defeat of their courage, scorching means very hot, defeat of their courage are gifted onto the earth. That's how they make way for the Almighty, but they are merely straw, not grass. The grass is really like me. When you are not encouraged, don't take it to your heart. Keep a desire. I can do, I can work hard, I can become a big person. Keep that in your mind. But when you say, no, I cannot, a woman is discouraged. Of course, she is always discouraged. But you should not take it to your heart when somebody discourages, because you will become more depressed when you are discouraged by yourself. But there are merely straw, not grass. The grass is really like me. So when the grass is trimmed and dead, and again it is growing, and in the same way, women is also, they die and they become strong and they come up in their life. I hope you understood the poem. This is the poem which is compared to a woman's life as well as the grass. That is the only reason the name of the poem is The Grass is Really Like Me, which has been translated from Urdu to English by Ruxana Ahmed. Children, another important thing, when you're learning a poem, it's very important that you need to understand figures of speech. Okay, so now here I have given you 3 figures of speech. Please listen carefully. The first one is simile. What is simile? Simile is when direct comparison is made between two things called simile. I repeat, when you are comparing between two things is called a simile. Most of the times we use as, like, in that way. When direct comparison is made between two things called simile. The poem talks a lot more about the comparison. What are the comparison? Right, it is compared to a woman and it is compared to the grass. Now look at the example here. The grass is also like me. The word like is used. So this is simile. The next one is personification. What is it? Personification. Giving characteristics of human beings to a non-living thing. I repeat, personification is you are giving a comparison between the characteristics of living thing and, living human being and a non-living thing. Example in the poem, as soon as it can raise its head. What is it? Now here it is comparing to the human being and it is also comparing to the non-living thing. As soon as it can raise its head. The third one is metaphor. What is metaphor here? No similarities between two things. No similarities between the two things are called metaphor. Now here, they are merely straw, not grass. It is no way related to merely straw and not grass. When the two, no similarities is compared, it's called metaphor. Simile, when you are comparing to the direct two things. Personification, giving characteristics of human beings and non-living things. Metaphor, no similarities between two. That is called metaphor.